WNBA. Let's go. Fast break, no fear, we play to win. Strength and power, let the game begin.
Welcome, everyone. You've reached the WNBA discussions from the East Coast to the West Coast, and I'm Grandma Mo.
And I'm Lisa DCT. Hit the subscribe button. We need you.
Okay, what a week, huh? The playoffs are taking shape.
They are. I sported this for the unshakable women of the WNBA.
What do we have? Two people with shiners? Lexi Hull and who's the other person? Who was the other one? Lacan. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
My girl. Yeah.
Shiners.
I was going back and forth with Marina Mabry, and she does a lot of makeup tutorials. And I said to her, "You're like a chemist." I said, "If I tried that, I'd look like Lacan." And she said, "Oh my God," laughing out loud. So there you go. This is what I'd look like. Oh yeah, it was a great week.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's go with player of the week. Who was your player of the week?
Player of the week was Lacan on Connecticut versus Chicago. She caught, I don't know whether an elbow or whatever, but against Angel Reese. So that's another weird game. It's like the coach got ejected, I think, and Lacan gets the eye injury, and I'm like, why don't they take her back? You know what I mean? She stayed on the bench, but she didn't play. That was in the third. She only had 6 points and 4 assists, but she's so good.
Yeah,
you know,
she is.
She's missed when she's not there. But the funny thing was, her next game, she was doubtful, and that was against New York. And that was her highest scoring game thus far at 22 points.
She played well in that game, that's for sure. Yep.
Women are just built different. That's what it is. Screw the Ford tough. It's women are tough. How about you? Who was your player?
I picked Aaliyah Boston this week. She had 2 really good games, and Indiana won 2 really crucial games for their playoff bid.
Yeah.
And you know, it's looking to me like it's probably going to be the teams that are in the playoffs now, unless someone slides in the last 6-7 games. It's probably going to be these 3 teams because LA has a tough schedule ahead of them.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Aaliyah Boston was playing. She played really well for them. She scored 27 points against Seattle and then 22 against LA last night. So, good
I know.
games.
I was shocked. It was a really good game. You know, an away game. I'm like, oh, the Sparks are going to be able to take this.
God, they threw it away.
It's
22 turnovers or something.
Yeah.
Every time you turn around, they were throwing the ball away.
I know.
Or, dribbling it off their foot, or it was sad to watch. Like, wow. Like, come on, you guys.
Yeah, I know. It's frustrating.
Well, I think they wanted it, but I think they were usually when those types of things happen, they're trying too hard.
Yeah.
And they're just not, the game isn't flowing. I mean, even just the last play of the game. I mean, Kelsey Plum, just lost the ball.
I know. I don't know.
And I thought LA would beat them. And
so did I.
If they just played a halfway decent game. And then but Los Angeles has really crappy team defense.
Mm-hmm.
They do. They give up layups. It's like, what are you doing? Like, you have all these tall players and you can't get a rebound.
Yeah, it's another team that just lays the red carpet out. Just run right up the lane, do a layup.
Yeah,
it's
they score a lot, but they can't stop anybody. And it's not that their individual defenders are bad, but there's no help defense. If you get beat, it's a layup.
Agreed.
And you see that, like Seattle does that too. Same kind of setup. Their team defense is just, there's no help. Like, boom, you get by up, and they have Ezzy and Malonga, and LA has Stevens, but Stevens will just stand there and watch you. Like the last shot, Odyssey Sims went in, and Hamby just looked at her. Like, oh my God, go and try and block her or something. But she went to box out. I'm like, oh.
I know.
Like, go, you got to stop the ball. That's priority number 1. It was frustrating to watch. I was like,
It
oh my
was
God,
very
LA is blowing
frustrating.
this.
Yeah,
It
it
was
was
like,
very frustrating.
they should have.
From the recliner, I had all the answers, and I was yelling them, but they couldn't hear me.
Yeah. Just bad team defense. Bad team
Yeah,
defense. Okay, so well, let's see. What was your game of the week?
game of the week was I went with the Aces dream because I was really
That
looking
was a good
for
game.
that matchup. And it was amazing. They won 81-75, and there was their 12th straight. They've been doing phenomenal. The entire stadium was cheering really for Asia, which was incredible. And Ryan Howard did not like that. And she was on
No,
fire last night. I don't blame her. I get it. But a lot of people come to stadiums because they can't get to other places to see their number one player. But
yeah,
Asia was just 34 points, 9 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal. And the blocks she had were, and you know me in a block, were incredible. But Atlanta only got like 6 points in the third quarter. I'm like, what
yeah.
happened? I mean, they totally folded. And God, I watched Asia leaving the building. And, my mother got her autograph last year. It was in September. And it was like, I don't want to show my age, but it was like the Beatles came to town. People were screaming. Who was putting out their banner for her to sign? It was incredible. It was a good game though.
Yeah.
But Atlanta got in last night, so they're good.
Yeah, Atlanta clinched, Phoenix clinched. I saw that first thing this morning because of one of the games last night. Who was it? Because Atlanta won last night.
Right,
Phoenix they clinched. So the
right,
top four positions are in. And
right.
then but what's interesting is New York is playing, I think I think New York plays Vegas
They,
and Atlanta.
New York plays Phoenix tonight, so I'm looking
Yeah,
forward to
and
that.
then they
Yeah,
I think they play Vegas and Atlanta too.
yeah, they don't have an easy go around. That's for
No.
sure. Although
No, but they could.
I was laughing at one of the plays where was it Johannes that went
Yeah, that
through the
was my
legs?
play of the week.
Oh, all right, I'll show
That
you
was
then
great.
because I was like, oh, that was priceless. I was like, wow, straight through the uprights. That's what I was saying. Well, you couldn't do anything better than they were both laughing going down the court. What are you going to do?
Yeah, Iriafin was laughing at her. She actually pushed her and she was like, "What was that?"
Yeah, that was fun. I enjoy moments like that. I really do.
It was fun. It was a fun
Yeah.
moment and it worked.
Yeah.
It's like no one expects that. And the way she did it, she did that kind of hook pass and it went
I,
boom right through the wickets.
I was like, oh my God. I was like, that's just great. So
Yeah,
yeah,
that
that
was
was
my play of the week. I
yeah,
picked that one. That was just great. What
yeah.
was yours?
My play of the week, it's hard, like we always say every
Yeah,
week.
it's really difficult.
I just had to talk about it's not really well, it was a play. The collision between Gabby Williams, you were talking about double shiners,
Yep.
and Lexi Hall was
Yeah,
like a car
that was brutal.
crash.
Yeah, that
The
was brutal.
impact made me cringe. It really
Yeah,
did. She
me
had a
too.
huge knot on her head, and I'm like, oh my God, all I saw was 2 concussions.
Yeah.
But, they both, Gabby Williams stayed in the game, and Hulk came back in. I
Yeah,
was like,
she
wow,
came back
that's
in.
tough as
Yep.
nails. Tough as nails, I'll tell you. And also the block that Asia had against Angel Reese in one of the
Mhm.
games because she was blocking everywhere. I think she had 5 blocks in one game. I was like, no,
There's been a lot of
no,
blocks lately. I've been reviewing games and there's been teams with 10 blocks,
yeah,
10, 11 blocks. And then the other
hands
team
are
will have like
flying.
7. It's
Yeah,
just a lot of blocks. A
yeah.
lot of blocks lately. It's
You got
game's
hands going
crazy.
everywhere. That's why
Yeah.
you're having all these. They're really in the fight at this
Yeah.
point of the game. I mean, you have to be.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Everybody. And then we have some let's see. Yeah, my game of the week was did I already say that? No, I didn't.
Uh-uh.
Last night's Indiana Sparks game
Yeah.
because that came down to the last what 6 seconds.
Ah, Yeah.
And
You got to give it
it
to
was a close
Indiana.
game the whole way too.
Yeah.
And LA just couldn't put anything together. Like they'd have some really nice plays and then they'd throw the ball away. Can't and
Yeah.
it was this as bad as they played, as bad as those turnovers were, they were still in the game the whole way.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh my God, if you guys just played decent, you would have won this game by 10 points.
Right.
But I mean, it was a really exciting game to watch because it was,
Yeah.
playoffs are on the line because you have LA trying to
That's what
get
I'm
into
saying.
the top 8
Yeah.
and you have
Everybody's
Indiana
trying.
trying to hold on. And
Yeah.
Indiana has some tough games coming up, but I think they're actually going to survive. I don't know if they're going to beat the Valkyries in Valhalla, but the interesting thing is the Valkyries play Washington tonight, which they should win. And
Right.
they're getting some healthy players back. Monique Billings, I think, is healthy now. So that's going to be big news down below. And going up against Aaliyah Boston, it's going to be really helpful to have Mo Billings there.
Yeah.
And um, if Golden State beats Washington and Indiana, they're going to take over the sixth spot because
Right.
they'll have 18 losses. They'll be 21-18 if they win the next 2 games. So then, but then you have the Valkyries have New York, then Dallas, then Minnesota, then Seattle, and then Minnesota. But I'm pretty sure Minnesota's. I mean, they only have one more game to clinch first place.
Right.
So
Yeah.
you got to figure,
they blew
especially the last game of the season, they're probably going to be sitting people. So the Valkyries might luck out that they're playing them the last game of the season. But Minnesota didn't look like world beaters their last game.
No, it was
And
awful.
who
It was
knows?
awful.
They
That
just didn't
last
play
game
well
was
at all.
awful. There's another one with Lana Smith gets elbowed. Here we go, bloody nose. Who didn't get hurt this week? It was unbelievable. Brittany Griner went out last night. She got elbowed in she was checking for her chiclets. I'm like,
Yeah.
she came back, but I was like, oh boy, Alicia Gray
Yeah.
got kneed in the head. I was like,
Oh yeah, that was bad. It
yeah.
was completely incidental, but it was like boom, you see the knee go right in her nose.
Don't you just go, ooh, because you just
Oh yeah.
know. It's like when you played sports and you've had that contact.
Oh
it's
yeah.
like, oh my
I've had
God.
many collisions.
Yeah. Like, wow.
Many.
I was
Many.
laughing last night. Like Paige Beckers went against like Brianna Jones, and just one of the plays, she just like pushed her aside. And I was curious. I was like, Paige is like a $141, and Brianna Jones is like 215. I'm like, she just got her. She was like, get out of here, made her move. I was like, that's a big girl to move.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
big girls.
Yeah.
You hit them.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it's
bodies
like
are
trying to
flying.
move Alyssa Thomas.
Yeah.
Alyssa Thomas is really difficult to move. She's 6'2" and 200 pounds.
Yeah. I
She's
called her move.
solidly built.
They call it the spin. I said, you need to call it like a tornado or something. Come up with something, because nobody could defend that.
No, when she does her
Nobody
spin
wants
move
to
down the
defend
key.
it. Yeah, nobody wants to. Who wants
Yeah.
to really put their body on the line like that?
Yeah.
That's how you get hurt.
Yeah. Yeah. So what was your surprise of the week?
My surprise of the week, and I want to know if this is the same thing you thought of. It was the Seattle Lynx game and the new technology on the floor. Did you
Oh,
see
yeah, I
that?
noticed that. Yeah. I was like,
Was
what's this?
driving me nuts. I'm like,
Oh.
not only is it like the percentage of the shot that they're going to take, that if they just took a little step, so it goes 36, 37, 35, and
Oh.
then whoever shot it, the line would follow the ball to
Yeah.
the hoop. I'm like, shut it off. I'm saying
Yeah.
to myself, that's too confusing, and I'm starting to get vertigo. Just shut it off. I hated
Yeah.
it. Did you like it?
I mean, it didn't bother me that much. I was like, at first I was just like, what is that on the floor? And then I'm like, oh wow, they're calculating the player's shooting percentage from that
Percentage.
location. And I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, okay, that's interesting. I mean, it was kind of interesting for one game. I don't think I'd want it there all the time though.
No.
But my surprise was Seattle beating Minnesota.
Yeah.
The comeback that they made because the game that when I covered that game, one of the statements I made was that
I
Seattle is like
haven't,
bipolar.
I wait. I wait. I'm going to listen to it after we
Yeah,
do
I
this. I'm going
called
to listen
Seattle
to you say,
bipolar because they get beat by 25 by Indiana and then
right.
they turn around and beat Minnesota. I'm like,
Yeah.
which Seattle team is going to show up?
Well, they said that the messy bun Skylar Diggins, I've been watching her for years. She used to fight with Diana Taurasi and she's on the same
Yeah,
team. I mean,
yeah.
she just comes with some spice. She just came with some added spice. Not only did
Oh,
she
yeah.
kill them, with the 3 points and what have you, but and the ref fell during that game and got hurt. So they're only down to two. I was like, that's
Refs. Yeah.
weird. I've never, it's so that was a disadvantage. Cheryl Reeve gets a technical. Skylar Diggins doesn't. I'm thinking, why don't we just come up with like a swear jar on the court or something like that? We can make
Yeah.
lots of money, put it towards a charity. That was
Yeah.
brutal.
Higgins seemed to me like the kid in class that would always instigate everything and then walk
Yeah,
away and everybody else gets in trouble.
yeah. She
That's
did the
exactly
electric.
what she was doing.
She did the electric slide on the
I
way.
know.
I'm like, oh, just
Her and
just
Erica Wheeler. Yeah.
oh, I was like, oh, that says a lot. But they'll probably end up playing him again.
Oh, I
I
know.
mean, down the line,
Minnesota's going to take that one
that
personally.
that absolutely they're going to take
You
that
even
one
had Fees barking at her. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I couldn't make out what Skylar Diggins was saying, but she makes that shot and then she's like barking at the Minnesota bench.
Well, I
And
could read lips pretty good. She was saying the MFer. Yeah, I'm talking to you, somebody on the bench. I don't know if she's talking to the whole bench, somebody
yeah,
on the bench. I don't know,
yeah,
but I think the perspective that there was only two refs left, never saw what she was doing. Call a tech on Cheryl, which should happen. She came, on the court or
we always
whatever.
get the second one. I mean, that happens all the time. The
Yeah,
first
and
punch never gets seen. It's the second
yeah,
one.
I
Yeah.
was like, oh, that was brutal. Part of that, you love the spice of the game. The other half of me says, come on, but I get it. It's intense in the moment. I'm like, there's kids in the crowd. Let's hope
I
they're all
know.
wearing, you know what I mean? What do you got to shield their faces so they can't? But it's the name of the game, and I can't wait for the next. I can't wait for the next time they meet up. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, these next, what do we got? September 11th is the last game. So we have what, 12 days left?
Yeah, I was gonna say it's just short
What
of
is it,
2 weeks.
30th? Oh, wait, 13 days left
Mm-hmm.
of games. And then it's going to be playoffs. And that is going to be I mean, I don't see any of the bottom 5 teams beating the top 4 teams. But who knows? I mean, all it takes is I could see Atlanta losing. Like, because I've been thinking about what position I want the Valkyries to be in, unless the Valkyries just totally crap out, which I don't think they're going to happen. They have too much fight in them. If they win the next 2 games, just thinking about the positioning for the playoffs, and it's like, okay,
Yeah.
the Valkyries are going to be in one of those either 6 through 8, unless something crazy happens. So if they beat Washington tonight, they beat the Fever tomorrow. So that puts them in 6th because they'll be ahead. They'll be 21 and
Right.
18. So they'll have a game. They'll be tied in the win column, and then they'll be up a game over the Fever in the loss column. So
Right.
then you play New York. I don't think they're going to beat New York, but they could beat New York. I don't. It's not a done deal. But I'm
Right.
assuming. Okay, so say you lose to New York. Okay, now you're even with the Fever, but if you beat the Fever, you have the tiebreaker. That's the thing. The Valkyries have the tiebreaker on all these teams because they've beaten the Fever already twice. They've beaten the Storm twice. Although if they lose to the Storm next to last game, then they'll be even with them. So I don't know what the tiebreaker, but the Valkyries beat them by a larger. When they won by a larger score over Seattle. So. Anyway, and then you beat Dallas. So that would make them, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm figuring they're going to win 4 of the next 7 games. Pretty likely.
Yeah.
So that puts you at, what are they, 19 and 18? So that puts them at 23. And then if they lose 3, that puts them at 23 and 21. So then looking at the teams that the other teams have to play, what Seattle has to play, and um, Indiana. Indiana has to play Minnesota, but they're playing them earlier. So I don't think Minnesota would be sitting players then.
Now,
But
I
and
don't think
then Indiana
I
has
don't
to
think
play Chicago.
Cheryl's going to sit too many people. Not after that
She
last
probably
loss.
won't. I'm thinking maybe the last game of the season they will.
Yeah,
But other than that, they probably won't. Just because they want to be in. But who knows? Who knows?
yeah.
So anyway, so you're looking at the top four teams.
Mhm.
Okay. Who do the Valkyries have a chance against? Probably not Minnesota unless they play really bad. Atlanta, we've already beaten once. Phoenix, we should have beaten twice. And the last two times we played them, we were playing with subs, basically. Like the majority team was subs. So it's like, okay, well, who do you want to face? And that the top four could change, because some of these teams are playing New York. If New York beats them, they're going to fall out of the second and third place thing. But Vegas has already played more games than everybody else. So they may
Right.
stay in this 2 spot. We beat Vegas. Will we beat Vegas now? I don't know. We might. I mean, we've have a chance against them.
I never
And
count
it's like,
anybody
who do
out.
you have the best chance against?
Yeah,
And I've always thought Atlanta. I'd always, in the first round, if I have a choice between New York, Phoenix, Atlanta, the Aces, or Minnesota, our best chances against Atlanta, especially if we're healthy. If we have Tip Hayes and we have Carla Late and we have Mo Billings back and Xanda Lassini, I like our chances against Atlanta because they're
yeah,
streaky.
right.
And if you
They are
catch them on a bad shooting, a 3-point shooting night, they're beatable.
right.
So
I
I don't
think
know. We'll see. But it
anybody's
could be said
beatable.
for every team. I
Right.
mean, the Fever could do the same thing. I mean, could they beat us? Yeah, they could beat us. I doubt it. Not in Valhalla. But all we got to do is shoot bad and make turnovers, and
Right.
it's possible. Like any team could beat any team. So I don't know.
I
It's good.
did. I did want to mention. I'm going to be trying. I'm going to put this out to the universe to get a media pass for discussions from the East Coast to the West Coast because I will be at the game next Saturday against the Mercury.
Oh,
So we'll see. One of my friends has tickets, and she asked me and my mother to go. So with the hope of God, we'll see what happens. You have to send in the media pass, and that's what I'm hoping for.
yeah, we'll see. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
Just to, be my first game there, besides, screaming from the recliner and putting on fake shiners. But I wanted to ask you something because, I'm always on TikTok, other internet things. This is about Dawn Staley. Did you hear about her? She went to interview for the Knicks position.
I saw the article about it. I didn't read it though. I saw the headline.
So this is just me kind of venting, and then you can add on to it. So she went for the next job, and I had a conversation back and forth with several guys. One guy never got back to me. He's the one that posted the video. That no guy will believe in a woman as a coach. Why should a woman coach a man? What that means a woman's going to go to the locker room. That's not cool. And my thing was, hang on a second. He was married, So you're saying that no man should be a woman's coach. A woman's coach goes through their dressing room. That a wife, a mother, a daughter, you name it, a girl is less than. And he said they don't have the girth to play against, to know what it's like to play against a man. I said, have you ever watched the WNBA warm up? They play against guys.
Yeah.
Big guys. And it's like, are we still in 1970? Do you see that still in your area at all?
Of course. I see it in the comments every day.
Okay.
You see it in the comments all the time. It's like they just, I mean, I wouldn't want to. I mean, you look at it as a step up, but it's just a different, it's just, I mean, I wouldn't want to be coaching men. I played with men. I played with men on, I played softball with a men's team in San Francisco in the C League.
Yeah,
And, it was fine. I thought, okay, let me see if I wanted to stretch myself, see if I could, and I competed just fine with those guys. But there was always this king of the hill crap.
yeah,
And it just got old after a while. It was like, oh my God, you guys
yeah,
just, and I just, I mean, it's okay for a little while, but coaching a bunch of guys all the time, but they're professionals. It's, I mean, you could go, okay, well, here's, you're dealing with multimillionaires that have egos probably the size of, the planet. And, some guys are probably just fine. But you know what the thing that I found dealing with playing with men at higher levels of athletics was once you prove yourself with them, they're cool. If they
yeah.
know you know what you're doing,
I agree.
they're fine. It's the guys that aren't there. Like the guys that are looking at it going, "Oh, but there's no way."
Yeah,
And I mean, I've had I'll never forget this. Where I was playing softball and this was I can't remember if it was co-ed or um no, I think it was just a women's game and there was a men's game before our game. So we get up and I hit the ball over the fence, right?
yeah.
So this guy comes up to me and starts like thinking he's going to coach me and like telling me like I played Division 1 softball. I
Yes,
played Division 1 basketball. And I was nice to the guy, but inside of me I wanted to go, "Who do you think you're effing talking to?"
yeah,
And I was like, "Did you just see the ball go over the fence? You think I need coaching?
yeah,
You think you know more than me because you're a guy?" I
yeah.
ran
That's what
into
I'm saying.
that. I ran
Yeah,
into that all the time.
that's what
And you
brought it
just
up.
smile and be nice about it. But inside, I wanted to punch the guy in the nose.
See, I can't be. I always have a comeback. You're the quiet soul. I'm the one that's got to be the comeback because it's like I have to speak out. I didn't have a voice back in the day to speak out. Now I
Yeah.
speak out against it, but I'm like, Jesus, we're in 2025. For
Yeah.
shit's sakes, guys, it's okay for a woman to birth a boy, but she can't coach you. She wouldn't know how. I'm like, you know, it just, I don't know. To me, it was just one of those things I wanted to bring up to you that if you still saw that as much
Oh my
as
God, all
I
the
did.
time.
Yeah.
It's less, it's less. It's more accepting. Otherwise, we wouldn't have a WNBA and you
Right.
wouldn't have what you're doing. But there's an element that is just there all the time and you just kind of go, okay, pick your battles. Do you want
Exactly.
to fight this one or try and they're not going to
I
change their position.
I do. I just say, you're no Kobe Bryant.
Yeah.
Imagine if Kobe Bryant was still alive.
Yeah, but
He was a huge,
it was all into supporting his daughters and stuff. You know
yeah,
what the thing that I found what was happening, like, because we were in high school in the late 70s. All right. I graduated in 1980.
yeah,
And the thing that I noticed that started to change then, so you had Title IX in 72. So I was in high school from 76 to 80. So all the boys had gotten everything to that point.
right.
And they looked at us like we were taking something away from them for us to just play. So we caught all sorts of crap. It
Yeah,
it was just a constant barrage of, "Oh, you suck, you can't do this,"
yeah,
on and on and on. But what I did notice was that the dads of all these girls that wanted to start playing sports were like, "Well, hey, my daughter's pretty good here." And
yeah,
the fathers started backing all this stuff. And that's when you started to see things starting to change. I mean, it took 50 years and it's still
yeah,
taking 50 years, but
it is.
that's the thing that you saw start to change. Like the dads were going, "Well, hey." you know. My daughter wants to play too. It's not all just about my son. But it was a long, long process. But that was one of the things that I noticed when I was in high school. The boys that were our age just weren't used to it. And I don't blame them completely because it was all new to them too. And they're like, well, wait a minute, we get everything. You don't get to do anything.
Yeah,
And
you don't
that's
get
just
to
the
do
way
it.
stuff was.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, we want to do this too. Just you don't have uh, the reins on all of this. And it was hard.
It
It
was
was,
very hard. As
it
a
was
matter of
hard.
fact, I appreciated Lisa Leslie just made a comment not that long ago, like a week ago, about the women. Like she was, from the beginning of the W, but she was really talking about us, calling us the pioneers of the sport who never had those opportunities. I was like, oh, holy cow, that was awesome that she even said that.
Yeah.
Because, and it was interesting because not only that, but a woman's running in town here, and she played softball, and we were talking kind of like you are, how things were so hard back in the day and how
Yeah.
she thought the girls would get the crappy fields, they get the wet one, the
Yep.
ones that were, they would just not, and she would fight to be able to get us to go down to the park because it was just set for the guys, you kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it's like, thank you, Lisa Leslie, and all the pioneers who had to go through what they had to go through to
Yeah.
be able to watch such great play. It's not that
Yeah.
we're jealous, because we're not. It's not like we could go out and hoop, but it's to
Yeah.
acknowledge the fact that that is what we went through. Unfortunately, it seems to still be
Yeah.
going a little bit, and guys need to just say they got to get over that.
Yeah. It should be no different than their game. And
Exactly.
if they want to do that, then no men should be coaching women's sports either.
That's
There's plenty of
exactly
men's sports.
exactly what
Go
I
coach your
said.
own stuff then.
Yeah, and I'm like, you think that a male coach is walking through with the females
Locker room. I know.
but
I
come
know.
on, they have designated times. I'm like,
Yeah.
stop pushing it back. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous. I said down the road there will be a women's coach for the WNBA. I mean the NBA.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I would. You'd have to be really freaking tough to take on that responsibility and really have the backing of the league and the players before you took that position.
Yeah, there'd always be some people that were trying to undermine you.
Yeah,
There'd always be that element in the room. And then the other thing, Doris Burke got demoted.
I saw that
I
on
played
ESPN.
against Doris Burke in college. She
Yeah,
was I think she was 2 or 3 years behind me, but she was playing at Providence when I was at Rhode Island.
yeah.
And yeah, her husband or ex-husband is the uh AD at my old college
There
now.
you go. Yeah, I saw that. I was disappointed. And
Yeah.
I read the comments too, and it's like,
But imagine what she's had to put up with. I was
exactly,
reading some of the comments on the article. There's an article on Facebook, and all these guys go, I can't stand her voice. Uh,
exactly. I read the
Doris
same thing.
Burke knows her stuff. I mean, I've heard her for years. She knows what she's talking about. So don't be spewing crap like that.
Yeah,
It's like, so they have to pick on her voice, or just some of the guys were fine. Some of them were like, well, she knows her stuff.
right.
But some of them, there's
Some
still
of them
that just, ugh.
some guys were like, I'd rather have her than, whoever the other person was, because
Yeah.
he's irritating, kind of thing. You know what I mean? You got to go
Yeah.
with the best person for the job,
Yeah.
period, But yeah, it was interesting. He never got back to me after I typed that thing. I don't know what happened to him, but I think I touched a moment on him. Always here for a fight. You have anything else you want to add?
No, that's it for me. I'm good.
Besides the AT's 7 triple doubles again, I'm like, geez, Louise, she flies under the radar. She's such a good player, that nobody really mentions it. It's kind of sad to say. They're like, you think she's going to get the
Well,
MVP?
the thing,
I'm like,
the thing about AT is the reason she gets triple doubles is because she's 6'2".
yeah,
She's 6'2" and she plays point guard on offense, but she is not playing point guard on defense.
right.
So that is the thing that enables her to get the rebounds that most other guards are not going to do. She was
Exactly.
guarding, who were they playing? I think it was, they were playing LA. She was guarding Azare Stevens, who's 6'6".
Yeah.
You're not going to see any other point guards guarding Azare Stevens.
No.
And so that puts her in that unique position to be able to accomplish triple doubles.
Yeah.
Because she can't shoot because of her torn labrums,
Right.
but she gets layups. She drives to the hoop and she gets layups. But, she's the one distributing the ball, so she's getting these assists.
That's
And
exactly right.
I'm not saying anything bad about it, but it becomes such a big stat because of her size. And if she was playing point guards on defense, she wouldn't be getting these triple doubles. If she, and the only one that even comes close to that is Chelsea Gray, because I think Chelsea Gray is 5'11" or 6 feet. And I've seen her guarding bigger players.
Yeah.
So you'd be under the basket more to get rebounds. But, if you're just a regular point guard, which, a lot of these other players, they're not going to be under there getting 10 rebounds a game because they're out guarding the other guards.
Right.
So that's what puts her in that unique position to be able to do that. It's just her body size and how she, usually she wouldn't be the one bringing the ball up. She'd be a forward, which then she wouldn't be getting those assists. So, it's offense. It allows her to get the, at least 10 points, which that's usually her hardest thing.
Yeah,
she's distributing the ball, so she's getting the assists. And then on defense, she's playing forwards. So it's a great thing, but when you really look at it, she's just doing something different than other people. She plays the game defensively different than any other point guard would do it. And then they call her, some people are calling her this like point forward. She's not a point forward. She's a point guard. She's bringing the ball up. She's distributing. That's a point guard.
Right.
She's 6'2", so she's playing forward on defense. And that's the difference.
Do you think she'll get MVP? I don't.
No.
Yeah, I don't either.
I still think it's Fees to lose. I mean, Asia's been playing well, but you have to take the whole season into account.
Right.
Fees, like, she's had maybe one bad game. Look at the beginning of the season. Asia Wilson wasn't playing that well in the beginning of the season.
Right.
They got beat by 29 by the Valkyries. They got beat by 53 from the Lynx.
Yeah, that was a tough game.
Like, if you're an MVP, that doesn't happen. Okay, one bad game, but she had a couple. She had more than a couple. They weren't doing well in the first half of the season.
No, they weren't.
So do you just discount that and just, but she's playing really great right now? Okay, yeah, but she wasn't earlier.
Right. You got to
go look at Fee, and with all the points she's scoring right now, she still hasn't caught up to Fee.
Right.
And Fee was out all that. She was out for 3 weeks.
Yeah, she was out a long time.
She still hasn't caught her. So what does that tell you?
Right.
So she had her totals and stuff. Her numbers were way down in the beginning of the season. So that's got to count too.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see.
Yeah.
It's another.
That's just my thing. And I just hate the whole pushing of Asia Wilson as the greatest player. It's like it's almost like they're trying to convince themselves. She's a great player. I have no problem admitting that, but like, what's this whole push? Like, is she insecure or something and needs to push this like in the media? Oh, she's like, okay, well, why do you have to say this every other sentence? And then, watching the games, it's like they're putting the camera on her every single second.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess. I don't know. I don't know nothing about.
She doesn't even have to play. She look at all the money she's making just on shoes.
I know.
That's right. The fuddy duds need a pair of shoes. Color purple. So tonight I'm watching. I wish I was there tonight to see my friend Courtney Williams play against Connecticut. I just hope everybody stays safe and nobody gets injured. That's
no
all.
more injuries. We've had enough.
We have had enough. And I hope when you go to work, you don't get any injuries either.
Yeah. Yeah.
And do you want to do this again next week?
You bet.
We'll see what bumps and bruises may appear on my body. Sounds good. I'll catch you next week.
Okay.